How can our choices, how can we be at the table? How can we be at that table with our own ideas? In every instance that we've watched change that has come in this process, this amazing process of transformation in terms of this democracy, it has come from the bottom up. It has rarely come from the top down. It has come from the bottom up. I love the story of A. Phillip Randolph meeting President Roosevelt, arranged by Eleanor Roosevelt. That's quite some First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt. And President Roosevelt says to A. Phillip Randolph, my wife tells me you have some great ideas for changing this country. He said, well, you're going to have to make me do it. And A. Phillip Randolph, I'm paraphrasing, says, how about 150,000 people out of Lincoln Memorial? You think that could be a thing to do that, to make the changes to them? And really, the first civil rights legislation through his action, doing that, taking action in desegregating the workplace where contractors received government funding in the war effort was a major step that led to eventually desegregation of the armed forces in 1947, desegregation of the federal workplace in 1948. That process where people become the engine for this. That's the kind of questions we have to ask ourselves. We can't simply be a representative democracy. It has to be a participatory democracy in order for it to happen in every single aspect. We take the issue of education. If we take the issue of education itself and the dialogue around this education, all the great educational thinkers, whether it's Jonathan Kosol, whether it's Bob Moses, all of us talk about how we have to place resources strategically in a place that create the atmosphere and the imaginative workspace for kids to learn. That's simple as that. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to do that. We know that we have to train teachers and train them well. We know that we have to pay teachers a living wage. We know we have